Welcome back as always, this is Goku Sun DBZ and welcome back to video game news. Now this will be a quick little edition because I didn't get everything complete running down. Trying to keep up with stuff going on with San Diego Comic-Con, as well as working on some new stuff as well, and getting ready to start recording a playthrough of the cat game Stray. So cat lovers, hopefully you'll check it out when I start uploading my playthrough of Stray. So with that said, also at the end, a little new pickup I made. First up, there's some summer deals going on the PSN right now. This is just some of them. I tried to choose a few new ones that I normally don't mention. First up, Ghostwire Tokyo, which is a PS5 game. Right now it's on sale for $29.99, which is actually a really good deal. Also, a Game of the Year winner last year, It Takes Two, is on sale for $19.99. Also, Batman Arkham Collection, which includes Arkham Asylum and, of course, Arkham City, for $8.99. Also, Far Cry 6 is on sale for $26.99. Also, Keanu Bridge of Spirits is on sale for $23.99. Great game, I highly recommend it. Also, a big, or rather, I should say, Sackboy A Big Adventure, which is a branch off of course, Little Big Planet, which is a solid platformer series in my opinion. Also, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition is on sale for $19.99, and this is specifically PS5 deal. Also, Tales of Arise is on sale, half off. It is currently $29.99, which is a good deal, especially if you like the Tales series from Namco Bandai. Or Bamco, as I call them sometimes. Also, a superb survival horror game is on sale. I recommend taking advantage. This is a great game and definitely more than worth the price. The Evil Within 2 is on sale for $7.99. More than worth the asking price, in my opinion. Getting the game for less than $10. And the fact it's probably one of the best modern survival horror games, in my personal opinion. Along with, though, I think I probably like just a little bit more the original Evil Within, but Evil Within 2 is definitely, arguably, probably one of the strongest survival horror game sequels, in my opinion, especially modern survival horror. Also, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins is on sale for $41.99, $18 off. Still, not bad given it is relatively still a very new game. And it's a great game. I'm personally looking forward to the DLC stuff, because it definitely looks good. Also, Ninja Gaiden Collection is on sale for $29.99. More than worth it, because you're talking about 3 solid great games. Great action games. If you love your action, violence, but you also like a good challenge, well, that's pretty much Ninja Gaiden in a nutshell. Best way to put it. If you do like a good, hard difficulty and good challenging boss fights and stuff, but memorable, you can't go wrong. In the fact, Ryu Hayabusa is arguably my personal favorite ninja of all time. Also, some other great deals going on. Also, Psychonauts 2 is currently $29.99. If you like the original Psychonauts, which I can say I've played the original, haven't gotten a chance yet to play. I'm waiting for the price to drop to probably around $20 range for Psychonauts 2, then I'll get it. Though I will say the original is good, honestly. It was a great game on the PlayStation 2. I unfortunately never got the chance to play it on original Xbox, as the game is arguably one of the most expensive games for the original Xbox of all time. Like, we're talking top 3 most expensive games on the original Xbox. And most Xbox games you can get for easily under 100. No, not Psychonauts. You're talking like $300 plus. It's ridiculous. But you can get digitally the original for like $10, so I recommend checking out. Also, Outer Wilds, a great indie game that has, I think, good puzzles, and I definitely like the exploration, and it's an interesting mechanic how the sun explodes, and basically you have to recycle the same day every 22 minutes. It's definitely an interesting gimmick I appreciate, and it increases like the difficulty a little bit. Plus, it's also cool still exploring these other planets and everything, getting the hang of how to correctly land your aircraft and everything, and the music is great too. But if you get a chance, it's $14.99, more than worth that price. So, if you like Dark Souls style games, but you want your little weeb or otaku like element to it, more weeb, but anime element to your Dark Souls, well, got you covered. Code Vein is on sale for $11.99. Like Dark Souls, great, pretty interesting boss fights. Though I don't know how I feel about the hot springs mechanic and stuff in the game. I get it's to appeal to weeboos and fan service and stuff. But given it's supposed to be a bit more like Dark Souls, just kind of rubs the wrong way in that aspect. But the gameplay and also the design of the game is actually pretty good for the most part. Also, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite base game is on sale for $7.99. $8, more than worth it in my opinion. And yes, I'm one of those, of course, as you know by now, avid defenders and lovers of Infinite, and I will continue defending that game. Also, last couple of things on sale you can get, and this one is definitely a must-buy, in my opinion. If you like RPGs and you love Capcom, here's a game I recommend. Dragon's Dogma Dark Ascension, which I highly recommend. It is arguably one of the best, arguably probably one of the most underrated games from Capcom. You can get the game right now for $4.79, $5 for the game, and this is the version included with the extra content and stuff. So, $5, yeah, it's more than worth $5. I mean, I paid 20 for it when I picked it up, and I still think it was more than worth it. Last thing of the sale is a great indie sort of game. It's kind of interesting how you play the game, but from story perspective and everything, it's actually a great solid game, and I think it is criminally underrated. The game is called Disco Elysium. It is on sale right now for $19.99, and seriously, you get a chance, try out Disco Elysium. It's definitely more than worth your time, mark my words. The storytelling and everything is great. The music is also awesome. Also, and some other stuff also, and a few things. Batgirl takes center stage in the new Gotham Knights trailer, which is interesting. Also, we got confirmation that, unfortunately, the Avatar game has been delayed indefinitely, and that it's Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, delayed until at least 2023. So, that's fine. Take your time. And I've been waiting a long time to experience a great game in the world of Pandora. Because, newsflash, I'm a huge fan of Avatar, and I'm really stoked for Avatar 2 in all honesty. I'm still planning on seeing it. I saw Avatar 1 4 times in theater, if that says anything. Next up is Frieza special trailer, new trailer featuring Frieza wreaks havoc in the new Dragon Ball game, The Breakers, which looks really interesting, and I'm very curious to see overall how the game's going to end up playing and how it's going to be overall. Because I'm genuinely curious about Dragon Ball Z villains, but in the time period of Dragon Ball. That is quite interesting in my opinion. Also, Discord support is finally coming to Xbox. So, good news for people who love Discord. Definitely a good thing, which I'm currently debating whether or not I should set up like an account and stuff on Discord, because it seems like a very interesting platform, especially with individuals like Chills and Mr. Nightmare on there, which I recommend checking out the Chills special Mr. Nightmare. Also, No More Heroes 3, it's been confirmed, is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. so it's no longer exclusively on Switch, which is awesome, because if I'm playing the game, I'm probably more likely going to play it on PS4, in all honesty. Just because I want to make sure the game runs as good as possible, and I'm sure the Switch can handle at least stuff where PS4 Pro is going to be able to run it no problem. Also, some other big news. Lego has announced a new Lego set. Lego Atari 2600, a Lego set that you make into what looks like an actual Atari 2600 console. Arguably, I'm waiting to see the price tag on it, because I remember how expensive the NES stuff was with Mario. It was absurdly expensive, but that's Lego for you. Their prices are ridiculous nowadays, and I thought they were expensive in the late 90s. Also, some recent stuff announced. There's a new skate game in the works, but it's going to be free to play. That I'm not looking forward to. Arguably, Skate, especially Skate XL, was a great game. Definitely more complicated than what I'm used to as a longtime fan of Tony Hawk games. But I'm just not sure how I feel about the free-to-play model for Skate, especially given who owns the game. Also, by the way, most up-to-date numbers now for Stray, which I so can't wait to start playing. But up-to-date numbers now out. PS5 version has an 84% critic and an 8.9 out of 10 user. Very positive. PS4 has no critic yet, but has a 9.1 out of 10 critic. So basically, yeah, that's really good when over 9 out of 10 people that have played the game on PS4 are saying it's a good game. I think that's excellent, and I'm looking forward, since that's the way I'm going to be playing it. Also, PC has an 83% critic and has a 9 out of 10 user. Also, you have in other stuff, Bright Memory Infinite, which is a game I'm very curious about trying personally. It on PS5 has a 59% critic and no user yet. Has a 67% critic on PC. Has a 7.2 out of 10 user. Series X has a 69% critic, no user. And the Switch has a 51% critic and no user. Yeah, I'm not surprised about it being so low. I don't know how that game, though, is supposed to run on a Switch. I want to play the game, like I said, but unfortunately, until I get a PS5, I probably will not be playing the game, because I don't even want to imagine how bad the frame rate issues and stuff are on the Switch version of the game. Given the graphics and everything, I feel like it's probably not going to run very well. If I'm going to play the game, I want to play it on better hardware overall. Even though I love the Switch, on more demanding games graphically speaking and everything, I'm going to use whichever is my most powerful platform I have to play the game, because I want to experience it in the best way possible. But with that said, as if for this edition, also quick FYI news. Come to find out, over this past week, it is official. Vincent Kennedy McMahon has officially retired. Now, we'll see how things go. Right now, there is technically two current co-CEOs of the company. The first being Vince's daughter, Stephanie McMahon, and the other one is Khan. I forget his first name, not Tony Khan. That is, of course, AEW. Yeah, it's weird. There's a Khan in each company. And I'm sure people want to make the Khan joke or reference from Star Trek. But with that said, also it's been announced that coming back full-time to WWE as president of basically talent relations and everything, and it looks like possibly come back to run NXT again and everything with the talent. I'm just worried given his health problems in recent time, but that is Paul Levesque, better well known as Triple H. my favorite wrestler of all time. Well, they're with Jericho, but whatever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what comes forward and how this is going to drastically change the landscape of WWE company. Given some wrestlers who had left, part of the reason they left and walked out was because of Vince. Now some are interested in about possibly coming back to the company now that Vince is gone. One of the biggies being Sasha Banks, besides Natalia. We'll see how things go, though, in the near future, but with that said, yeah, this is pretty big news, especially as somebody who has been a fan of wrestling since, well, my first time watching was actually the debut of, at the time, Kane in Bad Blood 1997. What a pay-per-view would be my introduction to professional wrestling. But it's hard to believe it's been that long. But with that said, quickly, one little pickup before I knock off this edition of Video Game News. But pretty cool pickup I found actually at Walmart. The Dark Redeemer, which I love, basically designed on, of course, the original classic Anti-Spawn, as he was called in the 90s. But I personally, even though I love the gold and blue version, arguably I do love this silver and black version. Recoloration, a few changes here and there, but overall really awesome. If you are interested, you can pick this up at Walmart for like $24.99 if I remember correctly. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time in Video Game News. Stay safe, everyone out there, as the world just keeps getting crazy and crazier by the day. And I'll see y'all soon for a new anime review I'm working on. But I'll see you soon enough.